Start streaming and see if it works out. It should be
might take a minute
coming up. Yeah. Let's see. Ah, it's about to come up. Coming up.
Now I hope the chat will still be the same.
Yeah, me too. Woo! Okay. We are live. Fantastic.
We're back.
We are back. We're back.
We're back, guys. Post in the chat if you guys are seeing us again.
Yeah, we're back, you guys. Woo! Okay, Sub-Zero, my man. Love him. He's always up on our channel.
Like we said, it's not a live show without technical difficulties.
Yep.
If you've ever watched one.
But I don't think it'll happen again, you guys, so we're good.
We're good.
Excuse me. If you guys hear me coughing, by the way, it's like a horrendous cough, but I've got a little cold right now, so that's why. But back to what you were saying, Christine. You were talking about how you kind of experienced a few things when you first got in here, as far as like, you know, kind of like, it's almost like they made the vapes like razors. You get the little pink one, and, you know, you get the, you know. So, could you continue? I'm sorry that whole thing happened in the middle of all that.
And now we have no lag either, so that's cool.
Fantastic. Awesome.
It just gets better and better. Yeah, so, you know, it was really crazy. And you know, once I really, so, you know, my first experience in the vape shop, like I said, was, you know, not a really pleasurable one.
Yeah.
And, you know, that made me really, really upset as a woman. You know, it wasn't very pleasurable, which made me upset because, and even though, and it's funny too, because I was even standing there and everybody else, all the other customers were men. And they were all being taken care of and everything like that. They were all chatting amongst themselves. And I'm just kind of standing there like, hello, you know, it was almost like I didn't even exist.
Yeah.
You know? And so my audio is still low. Whose audio, KBN?
I think it's
KBN.
Is it her audio that she's having issues with? Let's see. See if I can do anything on my end.
I could probably turn my mic up.
Yeah. Try that a little bit and see.
I don't know if I'm turning it up or down.
That was down for a second.
Was it?
Yeah, now it's going up.
Okay, hold on. Is
that
better?
That sounds better to me. What do you guys think? Does that sound better?
Is that better, you guys? X1 if it's better. Please.
Well, let's keep talking, and I'm sure. Oh, there we go. Thanks, KBN.
Thanks, KBN.
Gem.
KBN's awesome. So, you know, like I was saying, is that I, you know, turned around and, you know, I felt like, well, wait a minute, like if this is happening to me, then yes, and thank you everybody in chat who's helped out. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you guys, thanks for being here and staying here. And
you know, so I walked away and I said, you know, I wasn't even a new. Okay, so I'll try not to shout then. I'm a loud talker.
Yes, I think we both are.
Way louder. I'm a loud talker, so I'll try not to. I'll get away from the mic too and try not to talk too much. Or talk too loud. So, you know, I was just thinking to myself that if, you know, I wasn't even a new vapor at the time. So if a new vapor came in and wanted, you know, something, and especially if they were a woman, what kind of customer service were they going to get?
Yeah.
You know, that was really scary to me.
Yeah.
And so then once I started reviewing it, I became even more knowledgeable, you know, day by day. And I joined a bunch of communities, a bunch of forums and everything like that. You know, I turned around and, you know, would just go into random vape shops just to see.
Yeah.
And sure enough, they would, you know, steer me towards, you know, the little Picos or whatever. And I'm like, no, actually, I want, you know, that RDA.
Yeah.
You want me to build it for you? No, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I want that mech mod, you know, and everybody was kind of, you know, are you sure? And I'm like, did I not ask for it?
Yeah.
Yes. You know, do you want to quiz me?
Definitely. You're like, I'll get 100%. So.
Yeah. Ralph said in the chat, he said, in my community in North Carolina, there was no discrimination at all. In fact, I think more women had shops popping up all over than men.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I love to see women who vape
Yes.
and own shops.
Yes.
Because again, I think it just helps us women out. So I mean, I think there's a lot of yes, and he also said
Yeah.
they seem to like to help more than guys. Guys act like you should know it already,
Could be the youth thing too. He's right. A lot of young people work in the vape industry, so it could be just that they're not as honed in at customer service. But I think as far as like the daintiness and assumptions and stuff, I've experienced that to a small degree myself as well. It could even be like a locational thing for like, for instance, in California, when I went to a vape shop there, I didn't experience that, but I'm out here in Las Vegas, and that seemed to be a little bit more prevalent out here. Maybe it's because California is like more relaxed and chill and vibe, whatever. Everybody loves everyone sort of thing. It could be a location thing, but I have to say that I have found myself in a similar situation. So aside from all, the demographic things, I do think that there is a little bit of truth there as far as trying to lead you to something daintier or smaller or easier, and the assumptions that are made with that.
Right. And you know what else I find very funny, especially, on my channel? People will say, at one point, I actually had 50-50, like 50% women
Yeah.
and 50% men in my analytics. And now it's more like 80-20 men, 80% men,
Yeah.
20% women, which, okay, that's fine. And, and we are sort of an anomaly
Yes.
in this industry.
Yes.
So people, I think anybody would gravitate towards something different and something a little more unusual. I mean, we're not freaks of nature. We're just women, not,
Yes.
But, what I did also notice is that for, in the interaction in my videos, for my analytics being so men based, my interaction is mostly women.
So interesting. So they're more interactive. They want to talk with you more, but the other people just kind of want to watch.
Right.
You found.
Right. So we got a lot of voyeurs out there.
You lurking, guys?
Yeah, lurkers.
No, definitely though. I'd have to say the same thing. I think it's interesting too when you're like at an expo or something that people tend to kind of come up to you and they're like, oh, like they're more interested in talking. And I think women also have a tendency to be more descriptive. So other than just, like, oh, you're a woman, you're hot, I'm gonna watch you on a video. They just, it's just kind of like a trait. It's just, you're very descriptive. Like, I know that when I do a review of a flavor or something, I'm not just like, yeah, it's good. Like I go into the details. I'm like, oh, I could picture myself sipping this on a warm summer day on the beach, and like, I just don't find that level of description. I find that to be more that like deeper level. And I think that women are just like that in general. They're just more descriptive people. So
right.
I think that's something else that other than the novelty, people probably also like that you just are people are just hyper descriptive as women when it comes to vaping.
Well, I think we are, when it comes to anything.
Yes.
Let's talk and better, like, just shut up. I want to watch football.
Yeah. Is it good or is it not? Yeah. Well, no, it's good, but let me tell you why. And I think at least with reviewing, it's good to go into those details. It's good. People want to know what's the best season for this. What's the best time to vape this? What do you recommend if you have vapor's tongue after this flavor? And but the interactive thing, I've actually found that on our channel, and we have a company channel, so I am definitely someone who does the videos and stuff, but it's not my personal channel, but I still find that it's like 65% male viewership, like 35% female, but like you said, the women tend to comment more. Not to say that we don't want, like, not to alienate you guys again. Love you guys. But if you could comment more, I would love that. I want more feedback. Feedback is the word here.
Yes. So we have a question that says, what about products? Has the industry done a good job of creating hardware / juices for women?
Lipstick mod's interesting.
Yeah, right. The lipstick mod.
Yeah.
But again, I feel that's sort of, again, stereotypical. It's not to say that we all want. I think that that we all want lipstick mods, or we all want Hello Kitties, or whatever. But I think recently, and I don't really know if it's the industry that has done a better job, or
Yeah.
it's just a phase. If you've noticed, there's more flashy mods,
Yes.
mods with lights on them.
Yes.
Rainbow was all the rage this year.
Or the like almost holographic color looking one. That's like my favorite,
Right.
where it's like purple and green and all of those.
Right. And I mean, again, so is that the industry doing a good job? I don't necessarily know, because I know plenty of guys that rock those mods.
Yeah.
And go, yeah, I want that. Or I
Yeah.
want that pink, Mac. Or in fact, yeah, like I just got, where's my pink Mac? Right here.
Oh,
I just
cute.
love this.
I like that.
I just love it. But,
But
again,
see, you can also get tough mods too. Like, look at mine. This does not look like your stereotypical female mod. This is a very like heavy, mechanical looking, steampunky mod, you know?
Right. Right. So I don't know if it's necessarily that the industry has, done better. I think the industry really at this point is just, pushing out products and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
And what sticks stays, and what doesn't, goes away.
Yeah. I see they're asking as far as liquid flavors that are appealing to women. I don't know about other women, but I always go for like dessert flavors, and I found that that's a really popular one or candy. Women love their dessert and their candy, and like the sweet fix. And a lot of guys, I think, maybe tend to lean a little bit away. I just know a bunch of guys, even when they're eating dessert, they're like, oh, I can't eat it. It's too sweet. And I feel like with some of the flavors that they make for women, they're like extra sweet, or they're extra, and the guys maybe won't touch those. Not so much that they're geared specifically towards women, it's just that men might not vape them as often because they're too sweet. That's just something that I've found personally. I don't know about you.
Right. And the tobacco blends too.
Yeah.
I don't think I know a woman that's like, yeah, give me a good tobacco blend.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me get a nice like musky tobacco blend.
A nice RY4, or whatever. And that's again, I mean, and with eJuice too, it's very, very subjective.
Yeah. Oh, see, even KBN said that's subjective. And Ralph, you're asking what mod? This one's awesome. I'm obsessed with it. It is the Tesla Sig Nano 120 watts. It's heavy. That's the one thing. It's kind of a flashy one. It's cool to carry around. It's cool, but I wouldn't take it out with your friends or anything because it is heavy as hell. But if you're sitting at home or you're trying to show it off in a picture or something, it's pretty sweet. It's my favorite one. And then, like I have my little like e-leaf or whatever here too. But I think that like, yes, let's see, Michael just asked a great question. The female segment in the vape industry is definitely overlooked because it's clearly marketed to men, I would say. It's clearly from the get-go.
Unless you're, and this is where I hate to use the word sexist.
Yeah.
And this is something that I'm very passionate about too, so just give me a minute. Give me a moment.
It's okay. I'll bring you middle of the road if I feel you going too far one way or the other.
Give me a moment and just give me the if I go. But unless you are a vape model, on Instagram, then again, you're not, and not necessarily, I don't know if those women are, I'm not a vape model, and you know what, if that's what they want to do, kudos to them.
Yeah.
If men want to be vape models, kudos to them. I'd like to see more men vape models.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of goes back to the whole sex sells thing in this industry.
Yes.
And I don't believe that for a minute. I think that is a bunch of hype and, BS, because no matter what you want to say, okay, I can appreciate a beautiful woman on Instagram. You guys, yes, all you guys out there commenting, you become vape models. But you can say all they want, and people are like, well, sex sells. No, it'll sell a bottle of juice.
Yeah.
It might sell if you stick something right here, it might sell a bottle of juice. But if once the person gets that juice,
they're not going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember that Instagram post from 2 months ago where that chick had the juice under her leg. Like, I don't think that's going to happen.
You know what they're doing with that. They're screenshotting it,
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But if it's not good quality juice, the person's not going to come back for it.
Yeah. No, it's just, and not just that sex sells, but it's like, as a woman, I'm like, I'm not swayed at all by that. I when I see like a chick like bent over with like, you know, a vape, I'm like, okay, that's cool, but does the juice suck? Like, I'm not, you know, so I think that the whole, you know, sexy modeling stuff, that's great if you want to do that, cool, but like for me, it's not going to get me to buy a bottle.
Right. And I think that, again, when you see, you know, attractive women in this industry, you just assume that they're a vape model
Yeah.
or they're whatever, you know. And I've had people even come up to me at my booth and they're like, I know you. Where
Yeah.
can I see you on Instagram? Like, are you a vape model? I'm like, no. Like all 410 of me? No, I'm not a vape model. You know, no. And they just assume, and I'm like, no, I have a brain and I have something to say. And I think this is where we differ too. So, because a lot of people are saying, you know, 100% sex sells with vape models. And again, I think, sure, it might sell initially. I said, but I really think that these companies that are using these vape models to sell their products are doing a disservice to their business.
Yeah.
Because it's, again, I'm a woman. And I know when I look at those pictures,
yeah,
I don't see the bottles half the time or the mods.
Nope.
That's not what I'm looking at.
Nope.
You know, I mean, if it's an attractive woman, it's an attractive
woman. Yeah. I mean, you can objectively, as a female, be like, oh, she's cute. Yeah, like you're looking at, you know.
Exactly, you know. So, right, and Sub-Zero said, if I'm not interested in vape models, if I want eJuice, I will look at flavors and reviews. And exactly. So I think that, you know, to be objectified in a certain way and just to, you know, assume that you don't have a brain and, you know, all you can be in this industry is a vape model.
Yeah. No, but that's not true. And you can use, like us, we're on YouTube and we're, first of all, hey, what up, One Day Zame? Awesome. I'm so glad that you love my social media guru-ness. But no, that's exactly what, and that's definitely to say, and I think that even with us as a company, like we don't use any vape models. If you go to any of our social media, it's literally that. It's that we don't use any vape models. The only female face that they're putting out there is me, and you see me in my videos, like I'm like, oh, like I'm not like trying to do anything. I'm just, here I am as a person, here's the product, here's what it's like. Maybe I go a little too much into detail because I'm a woman, but other than that, but yeah, I think that it cheapens it, especially when other companies do it. I think that it definitely cheapens the product. It definitely kind of turns me off just as a consumer. Like, it's like, that's cool, that's awesome, but like, I just like, I don't know, I'm a lifestyle photo person. If I see a flavor on a beach, that's more attractive to me as a purchase, like somebody making a purchase. But yeah, I've definitely...
Oh, we have a troll we have our first troll. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, it's okay. We're going to moderate him. Federline Jones, that's great. Nobody's paying attention to you, so you can go over there. That's awesome.
That's
yep,
so
see?
funny.
Boom, gone. Bye. Anyways.
Yeah, you just said it's my signature. And like I said, people who know me, I've been on live shows
Yeah.
with no makeup on.
Yeah.
And, you know, in my pajamas and stuff like that too. I mean, you know, but Beauty and the Vape, this is my brand.
Your aesthetic. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. It's my brand.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you have guys who will only wear certain hats or, you know, they wear the same shirt or, you know, whatever the deal is.
Flavors sell more than flash. I think so too. And I'd love to hear what your guys' favorite flavors are, just because as a company, we're always putting together, like, bundles and stuff, and since you guys are here, I'd love to hear, like, what kind of flavors you like. And also, since, you know, we do reviews and stuff, it'd be nice to hear kind of what everyone's vaping out there so that we can kind of gear our stuff towards that. Excuse me, this cough is, like, killing me right now. It's Las Vegas. It's not even that cold out. I have no idea how I'm sick, but...
it's freezing here in Connecticut, so I don't know why you're complaining.
I believe it. I could not hang on the East Coast. Nope. I'm here out in the sun. It drops below 50 and I recede into my cave to hibernate for the winter. So, but yeah.
One day Zame.
This is Beauty and the Vape, and she is my new friend, and she's going to be joining us on the show next week, too. We're going to be doing it same time, but she's a badass vape chick, just like me, and I've really enjoyed her company, and so she's great. She's great. So this is Beauty in the Vape.
I do reviews, and I'm Beauty in the Vape channel, and I also do advocacy, Very Vocal Vapors.
Yes.
Anybody here in the chat can turn around and go to veryvocalvapors.org, book a story. I will then take your story, send it to your representatives. Easy peasy, and so you're helping fight the fight. So
yep,
that's the quick synopsis of who I am and what I do.
And check it out. Make sure that you guys check out Very Vocal Vapors. Now, I see Ralph's talking about East Coast versus West Coast, and we could go tit for tat on this, but listen, Lord. I was raised by East Coasters, so I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. I love the East Coast, but, the sun... I have a vitamin D deficiency. I have to be here. It's for my health. So
for my health.
It's for my health.
ASAP for my health.
Yes, exactly. And Sharon, thanks for joining us. I'm glad that you're learning, and I'd love to hear your experience as a female vapor if you want to pop in.
Right. Any of the females out there, we'd be curious to hear too. Like, have you experienced any of this?
Yes.
That happens, because again, like I said, I don't think it's just reviewers, female reviewers. I don't think it's just people, I think it's any female in the industry. And, think about it. If you think about it in general, female CEOs.
Yes.
That kind of stuff. I mean, it's almost on the female population in general has always been behind the times.
Yes.
Like we couldn't vote, and we, and all this other
like
stuff.
Not even 100 years ago.
Right. And so, I think that, unfortunately, this just happens to be a male dominant, not unfortunately, but I mean,
it's the case. It's the case.
It's the case that it's a male dominated industry. And that's not to say I've had amazing male friends.
Yes.
That have embraced me into this. They've embraced the mission of Very Vocal Vapors. They've embraced me as a reviewer and as a friend. And, and it's great. And they don't treat me any differently than one of the guys.
Yeah.
And,
which is nice. It's refreshing when you're when you can just not have to.
It is refreshing. And, part of that might be my personality. It's very hard to offend me. And I really do a lot of times consider myself one of the guys. Growing up, I was, I always hung out with more guys than girls. But yeah, I'm curious if I know for a fact from conversation that other women have also experienced this.
Yes, definitely. And for all of you guys joining us, by the way, I see a lot of new people popping in this chat. Hello, welcome. I'm here, Tina from eJuices.com. This is Beauty in the Vape. We have a giveaway running right now, so be sure. I'm just going to pop in every so often to remind you guys. Check the link below this video underneath here, and you can enter the giveaway, and you just need to enter a secret code, which is also in the description beneath this video. And at the end of this show, we're going to be announcing who the winner is. So I just wanted to pop that in there again, just so that you guys can get it. Other than hearing your amazing stories, we want to hear how you guys got into vaping. Men, we want to hear what your favorite flavors are. Women, we want to hear what your favorite flavors are and your stories. But no, I know what you mean, totally. And I think that's another reason that you and I got along and immediately clicked when we met, because it's very neither of us are too dainty. Neither of us are too, it's just very comfortable and easy and flow. And that's why I think that it's interesting, because neither you or I have those personalities, that we still can talk very highly to these experiences that we had. I could see people getting a lot more easily offended than the both of us. And the fact that we both have experienced these things says something, I think, because there's probably a lot of other people out there who get even much more offended. And I'm like you. If I'm in a vape shop and someone's ignoring me, I'm like, hey, what's up? What's going on? I'm here.
Exactly.
So, and there's even a community where I found back in the day on Reddit. There's a whole section of female vapors and kind of their experiences and stuff, which is interesting. So that definitely shows that it exists. It's out there, you guys. It exists. So
right. I mean, we wouldn't be talking about it if it didn't exist. And I think with men, because they are not experiencing it, they have their own set of problems in this industry and stuff like that. And so I think this is just something that's unique to women, because they don't experience it, they don't see it.
No,
unless it happens to you, you sometimes don't.
You don't even realize it's happening.
Right,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Yeah. But I think it's also cool, even though it is and has been male dominated up until this point. I know that there's a lot of women. I see Sub-Zero in there mention that his wife loves the sweet vapes and fruity flavors. And that's a lot of something else that I've noticed, that women will say, my husband introduced me to vaping, which is cool because you can see men out there are roping women into this community. And I think the main difference that I've noticed, at least in my opinion, is the hobbyist mentality. That women just tend to vape to get it out of the way because they're like, I don't want to smoke, where men tend to be more into it as a hobby. And I think that that could even stem into the whole women in tech issue, because you know how less women are in tech, less women are into the whole tech building sort of thing. And that industry on its own is kind of exclusive and kind of excluding women to a degree, or you just see a lot less. And I think that that has even branched, just the tech industry itself, that very same stigma has branched into vaping on the hobbyist end.
Yeah, I think that for sure, the hobbyist end. One day Zayme is leaving us. He said the stream is too laggy for him. But I just wanted to say goodbye.
All right, we're sorry that it's lagging, you guys. I'm not sure why that's happening, but you know,
yeah, sometimes it's other people's end. They have to reboot,
yeah,
or you know, they don't have a
definitely. One day, Zayme. That's a mouthful. Thank you for joining us, and come on over next week and join us, because we'll be doing another show and another giveaway. That's for everyone who's here. We have a giveaway going on underneath this, under the video, in the description. There's a secret code in the description as well. But join us next week if you're peacing out right now. But yeah, the hobbyist thing. They assume that women don't like to build and they don't like to be part of the whole tech thing. And it seems like it goes so deep. It's like it's not. It kind of stems.
Really is an onion.
Yes,
it's an onion, and I think that's where, you know, men, it's not a black and white area. There's a lot of gray areas, and I think that, you know, there are women that just want to sit and vape.
Yeah.
And then there's women, you know, like me, that, you know, I mean,
you want to build, you want to tweak with it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I love to tinker. I mean, even when I just buy something in general, I want to research. I want to know how it works. I want to know the inner workings of it. I want to know, if someone asks me a question, well, why did you ask me that question? And, you know, let's discuss it, and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, again, you know, another thing to that is, you know, tricksters.
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of women tricksters? Because I don't.
Nope. The only one that I know, she works here, and she's on, like, the co-captain of a team, and she does all these tricks and stuff. And I'm still I can do a couple of cool things, but tricksters, that I think I've met like one girl who's a trickster, or she's part of like a vape team or something. Like she's a cloud blower. One out of the many people, and I don't know what that is. Do you guys know? I mean, can any of you guys give us any insight into why you think there are any women tricksters? Is it that they don't want to be I mean, why do you think? Because I have no idea why.
I don't know. I really don't. I mean, that's you know, that a lot of this really is, you know, when I bring up questions like that and everything, it's curiosity, because, you know, I don't understand. You know, for me, especially being an advocate and doing what I do, you know, that stuff never really appealed to me.
Yeah.
But again, you know, so I find there, Katie saying there are a lot of trickster women. I mean, hey,
I feel like the women that do it show themselves off a lot so that they're present on social media and stuff.
Right.
You know, but
you know, but again, you're not going to see as many, because this is male dominated, and I think like that really needs to change. I think women need more female figures that they can identify with, so they feel more comfortable getting into vaping and quitting smoking. Like,
definitely.
And just using this healthier alternative. Like, that's just, you know, I would hate for people to, you know, only have male reviewers to watch, or male people to talk to, and feel that, you know, they can't identify, and feel isolated, and, you know, be
hold on, it's lagging again. Let me so funny. I just messaged you because I asked you if you were having any lagging issues, and then of course it lags again. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe. Hold on. Let me. Here we go. Got it back.
Okay.
Up. Nope. Something's going on here. Something is happening. Why is this happening? All right, you guys, we're having, again, sorry. First live show, we're having another technical difficulty. Give me 2 seconds, you guys, and then we'll figure this out. Give me 2 seconds.
I mean, we can still talk.
Yeah, no, definitely. We can still chat.
I know YouTube is always, you know. So Carrie has a Hex with a TFV8 and a Wraith with a Pulse 22 millimeter. So again, you know, that's amazing. Let's see. Yeah, and Kavian, I know there are people out there, but if you listed them, and I think again that's just because there's definitely more males in this industry than not in this industry.
Definitely.
So, I just would like, the industry in general to take, and that's not saying anybody in this chat or other vapors. But just to take the women more seriously, because I think that we do play a very pertinent role for other women in this industry who may be intimidated by all these men, the stereotype that every man vapor is a big guy and he has a beard,
Yeah.
And, that kind of thing. And that could be really intimidating for people.
No, so, definitely. That is intimidating. I've experienced that on my own, so...
Right.
Definitely.
And so we really do have a lot to, offer, and we can help. And the main objective is to get people off cigarettes. So I would hate that people, women would not, want to choose this healthier alternative because, it's almost like, the golf, even the golf clubs for a while were only members only clubs and they were all men.
Yeah.
And it's just recently come around that it's, more than, just men. Women can do these things too.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Would you say there are more male smokers also, though?
Ooh.
That's a really good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
I think it's generational, and someone else had brought up a generational thing as far as the discriminatory thing. I definitely feel now, me and Tina are, she's a cute little youngin' and I'm a dinosaur. So,
well, thank you.
I was born in, when the dinosaurs were still around. So, but I think the millennials really do tend to be a little more, discriminatory, whereas the baby boomers, my generation, is kind of where things started to evolve into, female rights,
yeah, definitely,
that kind of stuff. So, and it says, so what was he saying? Do you think there's more male smokers? So getting back to that, Ralph's question is that I don't necessarily think so, but I think maybe women are more discreet about it, because think about it, think back to the Marlboro Man, David Gerlitz.
The original cowboy.
Oh my God, amazing friend of mine. I just love David Gerlitz to death. He's just amazing. He's an amazing advocate himself. There weren't, yes, sure, they had the women with their little skinny cigarettes and all dainty and everything like that. But, most of the ads were the Marlboro Man and the Winston Man doing all these tough action.
The tough guy, yeah. Oh, hey, let me pause you, Christina. I'm going to go ahead. Everyone in the chat, hello. We are going to switch over real quick. We have the technical difficulty. We're going to stop the live stream for 2 seconds and get right back up, okay? So we'll see you guys in just a second.